Hello, hockey, basketball, and soccer fans. My name is David. I thought I would start this video. They're coaching 3:30 on the afternoon of was it Monday, 12th of February, 2024, Eastern Time. Thought I would discuss potential suspension to Leafs defenseman Morgan Riley. After a little bit of discussion about a two-gamer, or I mean, at least thought I mentioned we'll start off that, yeah, to recap with my previous video there. Was it on was it Sunday Eastern Time at some point? A short video there. Yeah, 2-game suspension for Zadorov and the Riley suspension. And so yeah. So some more on that. I mean, Zadorov suspension pretty much means, in a nutshell, that that Riley should not be surprised with an in-person hearing the NHL Players Safety Department offered the Leafs defenseman if he gets at least one game. We'll discuss the losing culture of the Leafs in a moment, but first, I would say that on the latest episode of the Locked On Leafs podcast, part of the Locked On Sports User podcasts, what's there? Forget there. It's definitely been discussion about the hit by Morgan Riley on Sens center Ridley Gregg, and and also what happened in that Battle of Ontario. Mike Stefano, co-host of that show, that episode, claimed that the Leafs had fallen flat. I'd say the Oilers fell quite flat on their own faces. So look at the Kings tweet. It's a very funny tweet here. All right. Excuse me, Dad. See that there? If it's not readable, there are a bunch of zeros. A bunch of zeros where there would normally be the letter O. Edmonton Oilers, all O's substituted with zeros. For no score, no Oiler matched with a puck past David Riddick of the Kings. Let's see about the Leafs and what happened in that game. Just going to go back to that. The Leaf game. So in terms of, all right, it's going to go. So it's last Battle of Ontario going into the 2024 NHL postseason. So when it comes to goals, Matt Nyes, Max Domi got goals. Nyes got an assist. So definitely a step in the right direction. Not just points from death players, but actual goals. And let's take a look at the Oilers. Not even one. So yeah, it's a very funny tweet by the Kings, and also that too. But yeah, also the losing culture. So I'm going to get into that. Sid Seixeiro, on multiple episodes of City TV Toronto's Breakfast TV, has criticized any combo of the Leafs, Jays, and Raptors. And there are a couple of episodes, like three, or at least 3 episodes in particular. Maybe more of that. So I'm going to try to go in chronological order if possible. So, October 2022, claimed by him the Leafs had, quote, lost for 6 straight years, and no one important, unquote, had left. There had, according to him, been, quote, no consequences when the Leafs lose, except for Twitter, and half these guys he just shut off, unquote. And then he just ripped into what he'd hoped the Blue Jays would do. Said, no mas. That's not happening again. And if it continues to happen, we're trading guys. We're letting them go, and there's consequences. Because there's no consequences when the Leafs lose. Do with Shanahan, no one's left, unquote. All the whole full episode, full clip, available on YouTube. Yeah, very much. Also, I believe on this Breakfast TV Twitter page. but because it was because it's October 2022, maybe a little bit harder to find. No doubt, however, the losing culture that had been ingrained in the Leafs under presidency of Brendan Shanahan, it's too much still there, and for perhaps for the first time following the 2016-17 season, the Leafs may end up not finishing in a top 3 divisional spot, and may instead finish completely outside of a playoff spot. If the Leafs finish completely outside of a playoff spot, it'll be the first time following the drafting of Austin Matthews at first overall during the 2016 entry draft. And if it's not a top, if it's in a playoff spot but not a top 3 divisional one, it'll be the first, it'll be just the second season following the drafting of Matthews. The Leafs don't finish third or higher in whatever division in which they're placed. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting to say the least. Yeah. So I'm going to say. So yeah, it's this losing culture is just too ingrained. It's got to end. The question is how soon the board of Maple Leaf Sports Entertainment, the ownership group of the Leafs, will act. Then there's this. What was there? Last April about the Raptors and how the loss of a play-in game to the Chicago Bulls had been part of, quote, a group failure, unquote. Well, that loss by the Leafs last weekend to the Sens was part of a group failure. And the precariousness is very clear. Leafs are already out of a top 3 divisional spot. And the question will be if the Leafs will get back in one. It's time to win some games. It shouldn't be that every game is a coin flip. There have been too many that happen. And it's very clear. It's going to go with the latest NHL standings, or at least as of Sunday Eastern Time. So yeah, Leafs are lucky to even be in 4th in the Atlantic. So what I would do is go as of games that started on Sunday Eastern Time, whether they ended on Sunday Eastern Time or early Monday Eastern Time. So yeah, Leafs were 1 point behind the Bolts for a top 3 divisional spot, 4 points ahead of the Isles for a playoff spot. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to say the least. So definitely the precariousness is something the Leafs do not recognize. Not enough of these players recognize. It's well past time that they do. But let's see if Sheldon Keefe and a coaching staff can install some military-style discipline and training because of the physical demands of hockey being unpredictable and too few players who are playing with the Leafs having recognized the physical demands being unpredictable. It's time to promote stamina because it's time for the Leafs to win these games, go on a heater like the Oilers did from December to January. There's no better time to do it than now. The question is where the Leafs will. I'm not so confident. It looks like it'll be a dogfight, as much as I hope it isn't. It should be beyond doubt the Leafs are 10 or more points ahead of the nearest non-playoff team. But even that may not happen. Well, so then there's... so where do I go now? So I'm going to go to later in April of last year. A game that... so after the Bolts had beaten the Leafs 7-3, but after the first period, about boos having been raining down at Scotiabank Arena, and hearing the boos, Sid Cicero on that relevant episode of CTV Toronto's Breakfast TV, having commented, and and ripping into the Leafs' lack of effort. No jump, he claimed him, despite having known the Leafs were going to be playing the Bolts as soon as early as January last year in that playoff series. The Leafs likely going to do that. And then there was also something to do with some sort of monorail. I'm just going to go and all right, so what I'm just going to do is I have to post it, but again, it's so what I'll do is try to go to that particular episode of. All right, so okay. All right, so. All right, let's let me just see here. Oh yeah, Simpsons monorail. Okay, so yeah, so it was tweeted that on Sunday Eastern Time, a bit after 5:30 in the afternoon, about the supposed monorail in Springfield, having never worked in the Simpsons episode. So yes, definitely gonna plan to post all those as soon as this ASAP after this video I've uploaded to YouTube. So just before I go, if you do like the video, please make sure to click that like button. If you want to subscribe to my channel, please feel free to do so. If you want more time notifications of videos that I put up, whether long or short form ones, I try to put out the video. Please make sure to click that notification bell. I do try to put out videos, whether long or short ones, at least every other week. On that note, I'm going to say, go Leafs go Raptors go Toronto FC go, and with respect to other Canadian national teams for which I cheer, go Canada go.